Now Trubisky to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman there. Time. And it's third down. Trubisky to throw again. Flush to his right. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick six. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on fourth down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Elway. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 51 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jerry Rice, 31 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know,
now Trubisky lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trubisky now to throw on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. And they'll run it here. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's the former Raiders star, Howie Long, able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The punter wing is on as he sends this one away.
Now, 2nd and 8. 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 2nd and 8.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Giants with a football here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Randy Moss, 38 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
They'll run it with Williams. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Curse. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. And in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Howie Long able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. He's going to air one out. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Elway. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Randy Moss. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. Slant route caught by Edelman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
You see it?
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, But it's incomplete and now second down. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Throwing here, Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 40. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Two teams that met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
No, check, Patriots!
On second down, Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
A first carry for the Hall of Famer, Barry Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the defenders are getting up off the ground, heaving a sigh of relief. They just held Barry Sanders to a negative yard run. But Barry holds the NFL record for most carries for negative yardage. The all-time leader, 1,114 yards lost on his carries. But he balanced it with over 15,000 yards gained when he ran the football.
I think the pros outweigh the cons. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Letting one fly deep for, and this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ricky Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Ricky Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll run with Barry Sanders. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. On the carry, here's Sanders. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. They begin the drive with Williams. And now running right through it. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And his throw here's incomplete. Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Lott, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Cooper was the intended target. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Williams. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They go play action here on first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that. Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Fighting down past the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. On the ground, this is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. On second down, Elway. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And just like that, it's third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now it's Elway. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Williams. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw. Tries for Rice, intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand. After the interception, here's Jackson. Throw outside, completion to Rice. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jerry Rice, 76 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side. No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half. The New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure that he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Julius Peppers able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. They'll wait to throw on second. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 9 there, as that sets him up better for third down. To throw is Elway. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Elway. Going for the deep ball. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Again, it's Williams. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's got Shockey. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And on display right there, the arm that made John Elway a lot of money.
And that's going to leave a mark. Because when he throws it with that much force, one of the best arms the game has ever seen, one of the strongest ones, it does leave a mark. They actually called it the Elway cross because you could see the imprint on a player after he caught one of those bullet passes.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Leopard! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Elway. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be well short of a first down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Elway will throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team able to recover it. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Detroit! Gone!
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
No. Check. Patriot! Now let's go!
This is Morris. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Anderson to throw on 2nd down. And he hurdles him and into space. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And now on the heels of the pick 6, here's their offense on the field sooner than intended, as they'll try to make it 8-0. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Here we go.
Throwing after the interception. Anderson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Anderson. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now Elway. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're we're going to play, and they responded to the challenge.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Anderson, and he's got the hookup with Anthony Fasano. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation. And
that's why it got knocked away there. On the ground, it's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ohio!
On 1st and 10, Murray flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, Murray. And a little floater there is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Chris Johnson, the running back. And now it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, Murray escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Anderson's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
An automatic Morton Anderson does it again, knocks another one through the post. I have to be careful because it's almost boring, you know, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. And I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not?
Well, at one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Bryant has since passed him.
For the first time with Ricky Williams. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, we got 4 down. Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, here we go.
On third down, that's Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it with Elway. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The former Giant, how about this? Lawrence Taylor coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and short.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll go to the keeper. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin at San Antonio Football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Murray. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They get it to him running left. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
When people talk about versatility, they should go back and look at Ronnie Lott's entire career. USC, an All-American safety. In the beginning time in his career in the NFL, an All-Pro corner before switching back to safety to finish off a Hall of Fame career.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ricky Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And the try for 2, unsuccessful. Anderson now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
He
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And some room to maneuver. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They run with a Hall of Famer, Sanders. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. This is Sanders. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford.
No.
But first, this timeout.
Detroit!
Play action. Elway. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And now back out comes the offense. Throwing on 1st down. Murray flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Murray being chased out left. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Murray. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. After the interception, here's Elway. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
All right, now look at 56.
Here's Elway to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Elway. And open, it's lost complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. From midfield, Elway looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it with Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
On 2nd down, Williams. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing